Hi, guys.
What's up, Fromily? I am Kelly, Alma's proxy Keen.
I'm Jazzy, Kenny's kindling surface, shamanic.
And I'm Dawn, Bloody Rook Glen.
And we are here to cover episode 2, season 1, episode 2 of From, called The Way Things Are Now. And we are going to be doing a complete rewatch of the series up until the season 4 premiere. So we've also got a video coming on the teaser that came out. And if that's not up already, that should be up soon. But before we get into what we thought of episode 2 of season 1, Jazz and I have a little bit of an announcement to make. And Dawn will eventually be making her own announcement on this. But as of right now, Jazz and I are provisionally credentialed with Creator Accountability Network. Basically, it's just important to us that you know who you can trust and that inclusiveness and compassion are what our platform is built on. So just to clear up any confusion you guys might have in regards to some of the negative accusations going around, we joined CAN, and both for our own safety and the safety of our community.
CAN is a nonprofit dedicated to reducing harassment and abuse through ethical education and a system of restorative accountability. Kelly and I joined because we care about the safety and well-being of our community members.
If you feel that our behavior or content has harmed someone, please report it to CAN, either via the reporting form on their website, which will be in all of the episode descriptions on our channel, or the hotline at area code 617-249-4255. It'll help us make it right and avoid repeating that mistake in the future.
CAN also needs volunteers from our communities to help with their work. So if you have skills you think would be helpful or time and desire to help, please visit their website to find out how you can volunteer. Most importantly, get the word out to other creators who you think would be interested in getting credentialed. Help us build a safer community together.
And as of right now, like I said, Jazz and I are provisionally credentialed. There's a waiting period before you're fully credentialed. And Dawn and Steve will also soon be working on getting credentialed. And then once that happens, then our channel/podcast will be credentialed. But I'm really glad to be Jazz and I can say that we're provisionally credentialed as of right now. So with that out of the way, let's jump right in here with our let's talk about who we're putting in the box this week. Dawn, who are you putting in the box?
I am putting Sarah in the box. After let her go last episode, I'm afraid this one she has to go in. It's bad enough killing one person, which she did last episode, but this time no, you can't be killing Mr. Lou and Gina, who we barely knew you lovely Gina, who I kept confusing as the woman that is in Colony X. And I was like, oh no, it's her, not her. They've got the same hair, same build. Sarah, I mean, I know it's not her fault. She's listening to the voices, but it's horrific, and everything that happens, kind of, especially to Kenny, poor Kenny. It's just, he's the sweetest guy, and yeah, I know that these things are necessary, but sorry, Sarah, you're going in the box.
I was actually going to go with Sarah, but since you went with Sarah, I'm putting Jim in the box again. He's just so overbearing and pushy, and just
the fact that boys has to put him in a headlock.
Yeah. Now, okay, granted, Boyd should have explained things a little more quickly. Like, all he had to do was say, like, those people are dangerous,
Yeah.
And that's it. He was just really cagey about it. But Jim was just like, oh God, he just annoyed the crap out of me. So Jim, you're going in the box again. Sorry, dude.
I will never complain about that.
Jazz, who are you putting in the box?
My initial choice was also Sarah, but since we already had a Sarah and it's the same reasons, I can't argue anything else. I'm gonna switch it up for Julie because she was my next most irritating person in this episode.
Yes.
Running backwards while they're like, do not turn around, do not look behind you, just run for the door. She could have gotten to the door before anyone else and started this process sooner, but she was too busy turning around and running back for the 3 people who were carrying her mom. It was that, her coming up on the creature on the porch, which I know she was confused, but you don't know him, Julie.
No,
come on now.
My pancakes, big stack of pancakes, lots of syrup, is going to Donna because she's doing that hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Donna breaking the news to Tabitha. Even when she says this is going to be the worst conversation of your life, and then she's like, "Yeah, I'll get you a drink." Donna knows how to do this. There's no messing around. There's no trying to make it seem better than it is. She's just like, these are the facts. I'm telling you. And once you know this, then we can untie you and life can be good again. Well, goodish. I just think it's this, same reasons that Boyd is so good, is that they take on the jobs that other people will not do and struggle to cope with. And Donna's there going, you know what? I'm just going to get this done, and let's have everybody on an even footing. And I really like that about Donna. Obviously, that's like the basis of Colony House, is that everybody's equal. But I love that she's like, no, everybody should have the same information. So good on you, Donna.
Yeah, I know I picked a different LVP because you had picked Sarah already, but I can't. Donna was so great this episode. She was everything in this episode. I can't pick anybody else. I loved her. I mean, Liv Saunders just really held my attention from the get-go. And she's great in the role, and she showed us who she was, and I fell in love with her immediately.
Yeah. It's a brilliant introduction to who she is.
Mm-hmm.
And how important she's going to be through the whole thing. Love her.
Absolutely.
I also refuse to change mine, so it's going to be a Donna shutout because it was just her episode. Like, the first episode is Boyd's episode.
Mm-hmm.
That monologue about her sister is one of the best monologues in the whole series, and it happens in the first 2 episodes. She's an incredible actress. I really feel like the only reason she let them in is because Ellis was out there and she couldn't deal with the fallout of what would happen to Fatima if something happened to Ellis.
Yeah.
But she let them in. Like, a lot of people would not have done that.
Mm-hmm.
They were the danger was very close. She owns this episode. She killed it. She's one of my very favorite characters, and this is her at her absolute peak. It's fascinating to watch in every scene. She commands every scene she's in. I can't say enough good about Donna.
I have to wonder, it's very possible that they had her in mind for this role when she was cast, but if she auditioned, I have to assume that monologue about her sisters was probably the audition piece.
Yeah.
Because she delivered that so well. I mean, it was just so perfect.
Yeah.
I agree with you,
It's
Jazz.
so perfect. People think they saw it. There was a huge faction of fans online who insist that was a flashback and that we saw that happen. And I'm like, we never saw any of Donna's arrival. It's just her telling the monologue. And she tells it so well, people forgot that it's not a flashback.
That's incredible.
Acting, baby.
All right, let's go to our bottom fives. Dawn, what's your
Okay.
number
Okay, doke. I didn't quite get Sarah's broken glass story. I understand.
Story.
I understand the end of it, like, you know, broken, putting back together. But the whole thing about there was this girl and there was glass, and I was like, is there not a better metaphor for this?
Have either of you ever heard that story?
No, I've never heard that story.
Don, you're from where stories are invented, so I feel like if you've never heard it, it's probably not a real story.
I have never heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just thought, I mean, I understood it in the end, but I was like, I just didn't feel it was the metaphor that would work for me anyway. That, you know, there are broken things and wanting to put them back together. But the fact it was, I just didn't, I didn't get it. But I got it in the end. But she's always such an incredible actress in these scenes, especially with her brother. And that aspect of it is always heartbreaking. I want no spoilers. Trying not to say anything that'll spoil the future. But yeah, it just didn't work for me as a scene. But that's the only scene in the whole episode that I can. My other bottoms are not out of show related, if you know what I mean. It just didn't gel for me.
My number 5 is going to it's going to be kind of a two-parter, because I also want to include that monologue in my number 5, because it's fine, but it's a good metaphor for something, for a different situation. It just doesn't make sense to me in this context.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But also the other part of this is, why did Sarah and Nathan just give off chemistry that was not sibling-like?
I have been saying that.
Are we
Sarah
talking for
Conrad's gay, so it's not her. They have Lannister vibes. That's what I'm saying.
It's Fulmer's coffee vibes, isn't it? Isn't that the internet thing?
Do we know if Avery Conrad is gay or bi?
She's gay.
She is gay. She's 100% gay. Okay. So it's not like she would have a crush on him. I don't know why I was just getting like.
No, I agree.
It's there. The vibe is present.
Yeah.
It's like they're. Sorry, go ahead, Dawn.
No, I was just going to say, their first scene gave me that. Like, the first time they interact gave me not even here where it's intimate. The first scene where they're outside, I was like, oh, is that her boyfriend, husband, partner? No, it's her brother.
Yeah, it's a little like, this is going to be a little racy, but it's almost like porno siblings, where it's like, hey, this. And he like lingers with his hand on her shoulder, like it's very weird.
Listen, I was more skeeved out by this than Dexter and Deborah. Okay, and that's saying a whole lot, because we actually got a kissing scene. Yeah, but I mean, it was a dream. But we still had to watch Dexter and Deborah. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Jazz, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is Colony Houseboy, and it's only because I'm talking about the little boy on the porch that stops Julie, because the fan theories around this monster,
oh my god,
drive me insane. And Fatima even says in the same episode, he said your name, right? That's what they do. They try to get into your head.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know you. And everything's like, well, it was her schoolmate. And he got stuck there in Fromville too, and somehow turned into a monster. It's their little brother. Like, it's, like, there's so many theories about why this guy knows Julie's name when all the monsters know everyone's names.
Yes,
that's
they know
every part of the thing.
They know everything about them, as we know in future. I won't say how, but the Matthews family, they know everything about the Matthews family before
Exactly.
they've got there. So yes.
There's nothing. He's not someone special. He's just a monster that is trying to eat her.
Thomas died less than 2 years ago, and
Yeah.
people were saying it was Thomas.
Yes. I've heard multiple people say it was Thomas.
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
I don't think that's a spoiler. That's too much of a spoiler because Thomas has already been mentioned at this point.
No,
We
yeah,
don't really
that's
know the backstory on him, but everybody pretty much figured out from the first
We know
episode.
enough to know that Thomas is the child of Jim and Tabitha who passed away.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Don. What is your number 4?
I have forgotten her name, so you'll have to fill me in on this. The woman in Colony House who pervs on Jade.
Yes,
Trudy.
Trudy.
Yes, that's my number 4 as well.
I'm like, I know you're desperate. There's not many new people in town, but that's no
my
reason.
number 4, but in the top half.
That's so funny.
That's no reason to perv on an unconscious man, Trudy.
That's true. That's true.
I agree. It's funny, but obviously it's like, no, it's bad. You shouldn't be doing that.
Rudy Trudy.
She is definitely trouble with a capital T. And a capital Trudy. Yeah. Yes. I just thought, no, that she's got bad news written all over her. Girl, just, find another way to pass the time.
Yes. And you know what? I have photos here and I haven't been using them, so I apologize for that. I keep forgetting they're here.
You have a picture of Trudy?
I don't have a picture of Trudy.
I was going to say, am I crazy or is she wearing Fatima's stolen sweater in that opening
I think
scene?
she is. Yeah, I think she is.
I don't think she is. I thought she was wearing like pink or red.
Maybe.
Yeah. But I know she does like to steal it sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm just thinking about Jade waking up and seeing this strange woman sitting there and his watch is gone. Like, that just wouldn't be the greatest welcome,
Yeah.
It's a rough start.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a love-hate relationship with Klepto Trudy.
I wonder if when Jade woke up, he was like, did I go to a club? One of those special clubs? And pass out. Because I'm tied to a bed and there's a hot girl. Yeah.
I remember our dear friend Nix said that she's certain that this wasn't the first time that Jade woke up tied to a bed.
Yeah, I get that vibe.
All right, that was my number 4 as well. So Jazz, what's your number 4?
As much as I love both of them, Ellis and Fatima have real couple that spots you from across the bar energy with
That's
Julie
high
in this episode.
That's higher up my list, yeah.
Yeah. Neither one of them do anything creepy or inappropriate, but it feels like it's there.
Yeah.
Like, literally, just wait a few years.
My exact description was pervy threesome vibes with Ella and Fatima. Ellis and Fatima. Yeah, it really was giving that they're grooming Julie to be, hey, come and join us, Julie. You're so beautiful.
Is the couch uncomfy? Like,
Oh man.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, Don, what's your number 3?
Well, I'll move my number. That was my number 2, so I'll just move that down to my number 3 because that was exactly what it is. From the point where like Fatima takes her up to look at the sky, and she's like, "Oh, he would love to draw you as well because you're so beautiful." And I was just like, oh no, creepy. She's 15. Leave her alone.
Yeah.
It gave off a really weird vibe to be your introduction to Fatima and Ellis, who are like
My
incredible.
boyfriend would love to draw you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like they're such sweet people and lovely and kind, but for some reason it just crossed the line into creepy. But yeah.
Yeah.
So that's mine.
I'm
Yes.
glad you agree.
So my number 3 is I just don't know what Boyd was doing with I mentioned it already, but he was just being so cagey. Like all he had to do was explain to Jim, just make something up. Just say these are dangerous people. Like we banished them to another part of the town or something. You know.
I have a theory about that.
Oh, what is it?
I'm
Do we have to
wondering.
save it for a spoiler section, or can you say it now?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm wondering if he wasn't envisioning. He doesn't know what happened with the spike strip
Yeah.
and everything. So he's imagining that Kenny got them probably to his own home or to the sheriff's station or somewhere else. And he's envisioning telling the whole family at the same time.
All right. Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
he's like, I don't want to have to explain this twice. It'll be easier if they're all together. Yeah, he's
sense.
not going to believe me anyway
Mhm.
at this point. So like that's kind of what I was thinking. Because he doesn't know that they all crash landed at Colony House and have already been broken in hard.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. That makes sense. But yeah, I don't have a replacement for it. So, you know, or maybe I'll just make my number 3, since it makes more sense now. I'll just make my new number 3 Tabitha trying to make a run for it. Like, I don't know what the hell she was planning on doing.
I'm not saying you have to change it. I'm just saying that I think that's I'm watching it like for the 4th time. I think that's what he was trying to do.
Yeah, no, it makes sense for sure. How about you, Jazz? What's your number 3?
Jim. That's all I wrote. Jim. Period. God, he's the worst. Your child has a table in his leg in an RV. You have like 4 feet of space to work with, and you're going to need to be wrestled, sir.
Can I also mention that I kind of hated the way that he talked to Tabitha, when she said that, you know, let's get Thomas, and
yeah.
Even though the way that he talked to her just seemed really condescending almost, you know?
I agree.
Yeah. I didn't like it. It was like, Tabitha, I think you're having another one of your episodes.
Yeah. Totally.
Like he could have just ignored it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly. It made no difference. No.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Dawn, what is your number 2?
My number 2 is Sarah hearing the voices, talking to the voices. It's so creepy. And obviously I kind of like the fact we can't hear what she's hearing and we only hear her side of it. And it's difficult because, you know, in other shows, this is someone having a mental breakdown or having some mental illness, you know, where they hear voices and they need help and need treated. But here you're like, oh no, it's just bad. Or is it? Has she had a mental health problem, you know, before she was in Fromville? We don't know. So it's like you don't know how to react to it. Do you react to it as if, oh, what a shame, poor Sarah, she's deeply troubled? Or do you go, oh, scary, psycho killer, qu'est-ce que c'est? Sorry, it's a song. I like the fact that it leaves us like not knowing how to handle it. You don't know whether to judge her or also feel bad for her, and obviously as time goes on, we know the answers to these questions. But it's that unease, that and it's just generally creepy, which is you've got the physical creepiness of the creatures coming into the RV, surrounding the RV, and then you have this much more ethereal creepiness of her hearing voices and speaking to them, who are telling her to do bad things. So it's
That makes
it's
sense.
bad. It's bad in a good way, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, for sure. My number 2 is I'm kind of tying this because one I don't really think is necessarily a strong point. And that is that, okay, I have said before, I've explained before that the guy at the door with the shotgun was supposed to be Dale, and he was recast. But now I'm seeing that might not be true. So my confusion over who that is. Because when I looked at the credits, because I saw something that looked official that said that was Dale, but if you look at the credits, it just has him listed as guard.
Yeah.
Not Dale. So I don't I'm so confused, and I wish I knew. He definitely had Dale energy. My real number 2, Victor. Julie's tied up. Leave her alone. Tied up.
Have a beach.
Yes.
And you guys know how much I adore Victor. But the girl is shaking. She was literally shaking and tied up, and you could tell she was terrified. Like, don't be creeping up on her like that, please. No. I'm glad Fatima.
Yes, Fatima said exactly that. Leave her alone. You're creeping her out.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if Victor just doesn't. It's his total lack of awareness. Like, he's not even thinking. Why on earth would you find me scary? I'm not scary. I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, for sure. Jazz, what about you? What's your number 2?
It's a kind of a two-parter. One, dementia in Monster Jail has to be an unimaginable nightmare. Like, that is so fucking unfair for Bin Kwan to have to live with. It sucks. That's one of the biggest bummers in the show.
Yes.
And it's right off the bat. And the fact that he initially gets the blame for what happened at the hospital, like, I don't even understand how they could have thought that he was the one who tried to open the door and get out, because he's found so far.
Yeah.
Like, he's obviously trying to hide.
Yeah.
I'm sure they went for the nurse first, and he was trying to hide from them. They found him in, like, the furthest, darkest, backest corner of the clinic. It's so sad that Kenny has to think that it's his dad's fault that, this happened for a long time.
I know. It really sucks.
It's deeply heartbreaking.
Dawn, what's your number 1?
It's Kenny and his dad. It's just the most heartbreaking thing. As we go through 3 seasons, there are really heartbreaking stuff that happens, but for some reason I find this just the worst. I just think, Kenny obviously idolizes his father, and because his dad didn't know what was going on, and as Jazz said, exactly, the fact he was clearly hiding, he knew to be afraid, knew to run and hide, or and I don't know whether the nurse tried to hide him or he went by himself, but it's just the saddest death of all that comes. I just find this so sad. And Kenny embracing his dad, even though there's a third of a body left, and still embracing him is like, oh, that just so distressing. It's a scene I do not enjoy rewatching, even though I know I would, I'm like, yes, I know what happens. This is vital, but I just don't want to see that again because it's so sad.
Yeah, that's mine too. It was heartbreaking, and everything about Big Jim was heartbreaking in this episode. I mean, when he was playing chess with I forget the nurse's name.
Gina.
Gina, when he was playing chess with Gina, and he started getting confused and speaking in Cantonese, and then she's like, I don't understand you, and he just throws the chess set, and he's like, I want my son. It was so like, and then when she was putting him to bed, and he's like, when this no work nightmare, I was like, it was just so sad, and then he had to die that way. Just heartbreaking.
We haven't even met Tian Chen yet.
No.
Like, I didn't even think about that when I watched it until I watched it this time.
Yeah.
It's also my number one. Just Kenny literally has a scene just before it where he says, I can't find any more bodies. I can't do this anymore. I feel like I'm, about to break. And the next body he finds is his freaking dad.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that crushed me. It crushed me. It crushed me. The cold open was like so intense of just him like taking all of his rage out on that tree. And then, when they come back around to it and he says, like, the boy, we're running out of spaces on the board. Yeah. That really is, it sets up a lot of the rest of the series. Like, it's an important moment, and God, it's freaking sad.
Yeah, it really is. All right, let's go to our tops.
Yeah.
Yay! My number 5 is something we've talked about already, is Victor's introduction. Is that scene with Julie. I love how much it gives us a sense of who Victor is. His childlike nature, his the mind that he's always working. We see him like standing. We see him drawing, don't we? At one point, we see him. The way that he is, it's just, I think it's the best acting in the show because he's so believable as this child in a man's body, and he lacks self-awareness, lacks the social interactions that you would expect of a man of his age, I think it's such a brilliant introduction to him, and immediately you think, oh, here's a creepy weirdo, but then of course as time goes on we get to know him better. So I think what the writers do is they play with your expectations, like with Julie, where she's introduced as this moody teenager who's a nightmare, and then we get to know her better, and that stereotype is washed away. And the same with Victor. He's the creepy guy in the creepy town. Well, he must be involved in it. Maybe not. It's messing with your expectations, and I just think it's a brilliant introduction.
Yeah, I agree, even though he was being kind of creep. But you know what? I just want to. There was a really, in the promotional photos for this episode, there's a really good shot here of the drawings, and a couple that I don't remember seeing before. There is. You guys see that photo that's closest to the upper right hand corner? It almost looks like a bar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't look like the bar. Doesn't
Is it a bar or a library?
Oh yeah, it might be a library. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I was trying to figure out what that could possibly be, because it just, I was like, huh. I don't really know. Anyway, I was just.
Is this the gun?
Yeah, the gun. Yeah, I like the gun.
But my number 5 is Stu Me. I kind of have a weakness for the yes girl, give us nothing cold opens. I mean, some people hate them. I like them. I think they're fun because, it's like, I mean, in this case, you kind of had a feeling
Yeah.
Because you knew what was going on. So like when you see Kenny upset and covered in blood, I think most people were pretty much assuming what happened. But I just liked it. I liked the cold open. I like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
If I had it my way, every TV episode would start like that. Jazz.
My number 5 is that I think this is the only episode where we ever hear Kenny's real name, which is Fuhan. His dad says that when he's talking about him, and I completely forgot about that. And I was like, it's really beautiful that they included that. And even if his dad, I don't remember if his mom ever calls him that or not. She probably does, and I just didn't catch it because I don't understand most Cantonese. But I love that when Gina called him Kenny, he immediately corrected her and was like, that's his American name. And it's nice that they included it, and I wish it got used a little more.
Yeah, I agree.
That's my number 4, is that scene. So not specifically Kenny's name being used, but that whole scene where he gets to talk about Kenny and coming to America, and how much they wanted to fit in, and that they're changed Kenny's name. And I just love that we got to see a little bit of him and his personality without the dementia overriding it. And then it's a common ploy in drama that you get to know someone immediately before they're killed off. But I think it's done really well here, and that we just get that little insight into who he is and who Kenny is because of his father. It tells us so much about Kenny, who wants to live up to his father expectations of him. So I love that scene.
Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna move. I had that up a little further, but I'm gonna move that to my number 4, just for the sake of time.
Yeah, so we're
same thing. It was just a really beautiful scene, and I liked that. Gina seemed to genuinely enjoy spending time with him, and it was you feel bad for him that his family isn't around, but at least he's still got somebody to play chess with when his family isn't there, and so he had a friend, which was nice. It seemed like he was being taken good care of. Jazz, what's your number 4?
Trudy. I miss her. That's technically a spoiler, but I just forgot. I forgot all about her. She's so funny and cute and evil, devious. She's just my kind of gal. She the fact that she came in, she's like, "Ooh, he's cute. Let me get that watch." I was like, "All right, sis." I found her much more charming in this watch through than I have in previous ones, and not to like spoil anything, but we just don't get much of Trudy on the show, and she is funny and she is interesting, and I seeing her again made me smile because I just forgotten all about her.
She really wanted to ride that alabaster dragon.
Wild shit to say.
And what's your number 3?
My number 3 is I will talk about more about this as I get higher up the list, but the scene where Ethan is talking about what he saw in his nightmare. I just love that. Yeah, the clues, the connection when he says so many drawings. It's like, yeah, especially because we've seen all the seasons, we know the significance of it all. That kind of writing is just my kind of thing, and I love it. And putting it into the mouth of a child means you can kind of dismiss it and go, "Oh, it's just him. He's talking about his nightmare." But then they cut to Victor drawing, and you're like, "Oh, hang on, pay attention to this. This is important." I just think it's brilliant writing, and I love it.
Same. And I have a theory about this. that so we'll do a short little theories or spoiler section at the end for those who have watched all 3 seasons, so we don't spoil people who are following along with us. But yeah, that was my number 3 too. I thought it was brilliant. And they couldn't, I feel like other shows may have just left it at there, or left it there with just him. And that, but then when they show Victor and his drawings, and it was brilliant. You're like, what's going on with this kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was really cool. Jazz, what about you? What's your number 3?
Christy being such a fucking rock star in this episode.
Yes.
Especially like we see, like you said it last week, we get to see how terrified she actually is when she has the dream of the monster coming through the RV. Yeah. But man, doing freaking surgery in an RV in the middle of the woods surrounded by monsters, like, Christy's a badass. I love her.
Yeah.
She has a ton of growth over the series, but she starts off so strong.
Yeah.
Great character.
Mine is what my title is the bloody rook piece, because rooks are corvids. Corvids also are crows. The crows are kind of corvid. So it's and I don't know if you know about the Tower of London. If the crows leave the Tower of London, then the country will fall, kind of thing. So it's like all of the symbolism of the crows and rooks and corvids is just brilliant. And and I mean, it's also heartbreaking because this little hand carved, you can see that it's hand carved and it's stained with blood, is soaked into it. The symbolism of the fact that they're all soaked in this trauma and will never leave them. And Kenny's trying to make a new chess piece to try and make himself new, because then he won't be tarnished by this trauma. All of that symbolism, I just love the whole significance of that.
It really shows like the like sudden upset this violence has caused, because they've had all this time where everything's been working great, and they've built this hand engraved chess set together, and now it's destroyed, and it's just showing their safety is an illusion. That's really awesome point, Dawn.
Thank you.
Yeah, I did not know that. So yeah, that's really cool. It's really heartbreaking. And Ricky, he does a really great job in the scene. Like, I mean, I'm just thinking about like what if my husband and I built a bookshelf together and he died, and then a week later the bookshelf collapsed and it was like broken beyond repair. The wood was rotted or whatever. I don't know. That would be absolutely heartbreaking, because that's a memory. So yeah, that and plus like they used it all the time. They played chess together all the time. So yeah, that was heartbreaking. That's really, I'm glad you said that, Dawn, because I had no idea.
I'm glad. I'm glad I could bring something to the table.
My number 2 is actually also going to be Christy. I want to say she's one of my favorite characters, but I love every single one of these characters other than Jim. I love every single one of these characters so much. But yeah, she was a total badass, absolutely, in this episode.
Yeah, she was.
And she didn't
her nightmare, even though it doesn't literally come true, the fact that you see the creatures, that's exactly what they do. So she's, she knows it's like a nightmare is supposed to be something, that isn't going to happen, but hers is pretty realistic, and how terrifying that might be, that your nightmares can come true. Oh, yeah, she's amazing.
I just love that she just met Jim and she's already having a nightmare about him.
Yes. You can tell.
Yes.
You can tell. This guy is not useful.
Yes. What's your number 2, Jazz?
My number 2, we already talked about it at length, but Donna's monologue.
That's my number 1.
Yeah.
So.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll kick it off. Yeah, Donna's monologue is mesmerizing. Yeah, I won't go on and on since it's everybody's. We can each get a turn to talk about it, but yeah, I think it's one of the best in the series, and it's crazy that it happens in episode 2. I mean, there's tons of great monologues in the series, but this is Donna's best monologue, and it's one of the best, period. Yeah, I'm obsessed with it. I've been thinking about it since we watched the episode.
Yeah. When I take my notes, I do my notes in longhand, and I'm writing, they did this, they did that. I took a whole page of just writing what Donna is saying, and it shows how long that speech is, that monologue is, and how many emotional points she had to hit in that story. That our sister, they could go, oh, we're going to turn back to the motel, and then they don't, and then there's somebody in front of the car, and as you say, it's so vivid that people think it really happened.
Mm-hmm.
You can picture it, and that is incredible storytelling, that it's totally vivid. And you also, the way she tells it with a sort of detachment, that she's clearly told this story before, because that's what she has to do when somebody shows up and tell them. There's an element that she has rehearse this, because she has to, the only way to make people believe it is to show her own pain, and what an incredible thing that is, as a character, but also as for the writers. I just can't stop praising the writing on this.
I had to tell someone, go and find me screenshots of Donna's sister and her.
Yes.
The only thing you ever see is a picture. That's all you ever see of Donna's sister.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's fine. Yeah. It's just, there are so many good things about it. It's the kind of TV where everything is coming together. The acting, it's like a stage play, that scene. You can see that on a stage, a monologue like that. And that's the huge praise for her.
When I had my college theater audition, if it was happening now instead of back then, I totally would have used that monologue.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But I like the whole routine that she has around it. Like she pours them drinks. You can tell she's, like you said, she talks about it like she's detached from it, but you can tell it still affects her to talk about it.
Yeah.
At the same time. And it's just the perfect way. She really knows how to explain what's happening in a way that people will believe. She watched her sister die. I like her line that she kicked the teeth out of a bear.
Yeah.
I like that.
But yeah. I'm just going to say, I like that she explains as well, that's what people did in those times, was hide in a bush. That's how you got through the night. And how, because we're not joining them at that point, it's great to be given that mental picture that's what you're doing. You're shivering, shaking, hiding in a bush, hoping a hand doesn't reach in.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Yeah, for sure. Jazz, what's your number 1?
So my number 1 is just, all of the acting performances are rock solid in this episode. Everybody is, Tabitha's amazing. Julie's great. Victor's amazing. Ellis and Fatima are great, even though they're a little creepy. Boyd is always fantastic. Ethan is really great in this episode.
Yes.
He really pulls it off. The acting on the show is so next level. Ricky I can't even,
I just want to, one thing I want to say about Ricky is I feel really bad for him because of who he has scenes with. and who like so many of his scenes are with, that he's such a great actor, but it's hard to realize how good he is when he's with these other people like Harold Perrineau. And
no spoilers, but the scene they have together in season 3 is
one
of the best scenes of the series. And it's just the two of them giving it all they have, and he is a talented actor.
Yes. And that's also the scene that proves that Boyd is God.
Yeah.
I will not accept any disagreements to that.
You won't be getting any.
All right. So our number one obviously was Donna. So should we move on to Fromily Debate Team?
Yay!
Let's do this.
Okay. So if you're just joining us for the first time, we have a little segment called Fromily Debate Team. So before we start recording, we do a little random wheel spinner thing. We pick a conflict, and then we let the wheel decide who gets to be the judge and who gets to defend each side. So I am the judge this week. And Dawn, you got Kenny, right?
Yes, I got Kenny.
Okay, so Dawn got Kenny and is arguing for Kenny, and Jazzy is going to be arguing for Ellis. We decided that Kenny is the easier one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right, so Dawn, you'll go first, and are you ready?
Yep.
All right, I will say go when it's time to go.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, so Kenny is right. Yes, they have to be precautious. You don't know what's going to come in, but they know these are good people because, hello, there's Kenny. There's Father Cattrey. They're with them. They know them. They know that anybody with them is going to be good people. They are injured in the case of Tabitha. So just let them in. They can see where the creatures are on the porch. If they just let them in, the quicker they let them in, the less chance there is of the creatures getting in. The more they hesitate, the more chance, yes, it's going to cause problems for everybody. But if you just think about who these people are, if they're running up the hill, that's not the way the creatures behave. So you know it's not them. And if they're running, what are they running from? We all know what they're running from. So let them in, let them have, and trust that these are decent people who you can tie them up after you maybe, if they freak out and they don't take it well, what they're being told then.
All right. Okay, Jazz, are you ready?
I'm ready, yeah.
All right, hang on one second. Go.
Okay, so the protocols are intense. They definitely don't match the Colony House vibe. But they're there for a reason. They've been doing this for a long time. They don't know until they have them, tied up and patted down, if they're armed, how they're going to react to anything, if they, might end up hurting more people with their reactions. I mean, I can't say that because it's a spoiler, but yeah, we don't know what has happened in the past. We don't know what caused these protocols to be put in place. And all they're trying to do is keep their people as safe and alive as they possibly can for as long as they can. So I don't agree with how long it took them to let them in the door. That's crazy. Just let them in. There's literally Ellis lives there.
All right. I'm gonna have to give this one to Jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah, you made good points.
I was not expecting to pull a win on that.
Yeah, and it wasn't a sympathy win either. I actually thought you made really good points.
Yeah. Once you were like, "Oh, I can't bring up the spoiler," I went, "Oh yeah."
I was gonna say, think about what. Oh no, never mind. We're still recording. Oh my god. Cut that. Okay.
Yeah. When you think of that spoiler, only Jazz can win.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Before we cut out of here, we are. I want to do a quick little spoiler segment just to talk about. There was a theory that I had, and Jazz, you can mention the thing that you were going to say that was a spoiler.
Okay.
So I will give you a 5-second count to tune out. If you're following along with us and you don't mind spoilers, then stick around. But if you do, then I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So my theory regarding Ethan and waking up and talking about the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that, they were all in them, and we don't know for a fact that Eloise is dead. And this is something that we've talked about quite a bit on the show, that first of all, typically in TV shows, if there's no body, that means the person's not dead. But it's not always the case. And she obviously, I mean, if she is alive, then she made it out. But if she is dead, it's also possible that she got out and then she died, when she was on the other side. If she's dead, I believe that Ethan is the reincarnation of Eloise. But if she is alive, then I think Ethan could possibly be the reincarnated daughter of Jade and Tabitha. He clearly has a connection to the town. He is, he's seeing these drawings, and the adult that other than Sarah in the beginning, the non-relative adult that he seems to take a liking to is Jade. It's, well, other than Victor, he obviously takes a liking to Jade. So that's my theory. That's my theory about you.
Can you bring up that screenshot again of Victor's drawings?
Yes. I was going to say, even if he's the reincarnated Eloise, Eloise could have been a reincarnated version of,
that's true,
of Tabitha and Jade's daughter. So it could just be like third generation body at this point or whatever.
Can you see the picture of the 4 people together at the bottom left hand side?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that looks like Jade, because look at the beard. That's how Jade turned up. It's not what he looks like now, but that's how, when we met Jade, he kind of looked like that. He had that beard, and that's the mum and dad and a son and a daughter. So I'm thinking, is that a picture of Tabitha, Jade, and their son and daughter?
But here's the interesting thing: their faces are scribbled on, except for the one on the far left.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of. I wonder what that means. Also,
I was assuming it would be Miranda and what's Victor's dad's name?
Henry. Yeah. And his family,
Victor and Eloise, but it's the same mix.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah.
Who knows? Do you guys see the photo in the upper left-hand corner?
Yeah.
Do we think that could possibly be Victor and Eloise standing over Miranda's body?
Oh, it could be. I was also thinking it might be Sarah, because we know Victor and Sarah become friends. That he has Sarah helping him in a lot of these things, and that, as soon as I saw that with the sort of white dress, it made me think Sarah.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's interesting for sure. I'm also curious about the drawing next to the white cave-like drawing, the picture of the 2 people, and then there's the window and
monster out the window.
Yeah.
That looks like a dark-skinned little girl.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering who that could be. What
Oh,
if,
what's her name? The bus driver.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh.
Yeah.
That could be her grandmother.
Yes.
Yeah. Like when she was, maybe she got out. The Bacta is super
Bacta.
interesting to me
Yeah.
because we know that her grandmother, either her grandmother was like Tabitha and knew the rhyme, or she actually was in Fromville and got out somehow.
Yeah.
So that's fascinating to me. I can't wait to learn more about that. And Elgin, and Elgin too.
Yeah.
I can't wait to find out more of these connections with people. Of course, with Elgin though, it could possibly be not that he has a connection to the town, but because his school girlfriend was communicating with him from the moment he got there, you know. So I think that's a possibility too. Did you guys have anything that you wanted to discuss real quick that was spoilery?
No.
Okay. Turn your notifications on because we're going to be releasing 2 or 3 of these videos a week leading up to the season 4 premiere. And we've got a episode discussing the teaser that's going up. And whenever the trailer comes out, we'll cover that as well. But I'm really excited. I'd like to, if we can, I'd really love to do some live chats leading up to the season 4 premiere. But we will see you real soon. Follow us on social media at Cyborg Queen Media, everywhere except X, which sucks. So we're not on there. We're not on TikTok anymore either because, you know, of that whole mess. But you can find us on all the Meta apps. And we will talk to you real soon. Be sure to check out Creator Accountability Network if you are a creator who is interested in possibly joining, or if you think that you have some skills that you could volunteer to help them with. And we will talk to you real soon. Bye, Fromily.
Bye.